Hello, Headbangers. Welcome to the club. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we're gonna do a new thing. We're gonna do a tier list, more specifically a Limp Bizkit album tier list. So we are gonna focus on Limp Bizkit's career, their main albums. We have Gold Cobra, The Unquestionable Truth Part 1, Results May Vary, $3 Billiol, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, and Significant Other. From this list, I left out two albums that I don't see as main albums for them. One is the New Old Songs, which came out in 2001. It's just a bunch of remixes from the Chocolate Starfish era and the Significant Other era, as well as a Faith remix and a Counterfeit remix. But yeah, it's just a bunch of remixes done by producers that were hot at the time, like Timbaland and others. And it was not really successful for the time. I don't think it aged well. So yeah, I left that one out. And the other one is just the greatest hits with the Z, which is very Limp Bizkit. That record contains most of Limp Bizkit hits during their career. It also has a few new songs like Why, Bittersweet Home, and Lean on Me. It doesn't really count as a new record. It's just a bunch of old songs, greatest hits, with some B-sides attached to it. So I'm gonna focus on these 6 albums right here. And I'm gonna start with Gold Cobra. And Gold Cobra, in my opinion, is a C-tier album. It was a pretty decent record for the time. It came out in 2011. It features Bring It Back, Gold Cobra, Shark Attack. My favorite songs here are probably Loser, which I think was a pretty interesting song for Limp Bizkit. Shark Attack and Bring It Back were pretty solid too. Gold Cobra, classic as well. But then you have some songs that I consider a bit of a filler and didn't really age well. Limp Bizkit never used them for live performance or on anything else. For example, this one, 9210. I never seen them play this live. Auto-Tune aged. It was supposed to be a single and had a video back in the day, but that never happened as well. Walking Away is a great one. But overall, I think there are some filler songs here. Not really a classic Limp Bizkit record. It was a good comeback record for the time. The band had been together for several years. Fred himself has stated many times that some of these songs were songs that they had shelved and they didn't plan on release, but since they had to end their contract with Interscope Records, they released this record to the public. And yeah, some of these songs are really good. Most of them are decent, but there are some that are very forgettable. Going back to the tier list, I will move to The Unquestionable Truth Part 1. And that record, in my opinion, is a B-tier Limp Bizkit record. It's pretty solid. The band also, this was in 2005, so right after Mike Smith left the band. So you had Wes leaving the band in 2001, then Mike Smith joining, then Mike Smith left, and then Wes joined again. So it had some pretty competent tracks and pretty solid Limp Bizkit tracks like The Truth, The Story, but then you also had like tracks like The Key and The Surrender, which even though they are not bad, they don't hold up to the Limp Bizkit standards in my opinion. Also The Priest, which I have mixed feelings about it. It's not bad, it's not spectacular, I don't know. This record is very mixed feelings for me. I think it had some good songs, but the way it was put out in the market, the way that it was released, left a lot to be said. So it's a shame. Also, I think most of these songs with better production and better packaging, they would have been great songs. But yeah, it was a solid attempt. After that, we have Results May Vary, which I will place in the same tier as The Unquestionable Truth. Very strange times for Limp Bizkit. So this era from 2002 to 2005, 6 was very strange for the band. They had a lot of things going on. Members in and out of the band. This record was recorded with Mike Smith, which did a pretty good job on the guitars. So you have songs like Underneath the Gun, you have songs like Keep You Alive, Let Me Down, Lonely World, which are pretty good. But then again, if you really check the record front to back, not like half of these songs don't make their set lists today. Half of these songs are forgettable for the most part. It's not a bad record by any means, but it's not like top 3 or anything for Limp Bizkit. So, $3 Bill Y'all. $3 Bill Y'all, for me, I will place it as an A tier. And that's because I think this was the first record, and this was the record that Limp Bizkit was really finding themselves, finding their sound. This record was filled with great songs: Fate, Counterfeit, let me check some more. Yeah, Stuck, Pollution, Clunk, Lich, most great songs, like super raw, super intelligent, and energetic records. It had such a special vibe to it. I think Ross Robinson did such a tremendous job on the production side of it. Of course, Fate was the song that exploded and got on MTV and radio and everywhere. So yeah, that's the song that basically skyrocketed Limp Bizkit's career. But overall, such a special record. I will not say it's an S tier album, just because I still think they were not really 100% here in terms of having their sound put together. They had some pretty solid ideas. The production was great. It was an amazing first record, probably one of the best first records of the nu metal era. But really what came after is what defined Limp Bizkit. Moving forward to the year 2000, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, I will place it in the same tier as $3 Bill Y'all. This is obviously for different reasons. I think that this is unquestionably the most well-known record, Limp Bizkit record of all time. It got the biggest hits: My Way, Rollin'. It sold 1 million copies in the first week, which is unbelievable. Best-selling record, rock record of all time in the first week. Hot Dog, My Generation, Full Nelson, Get Your Groove On, Take a Look Around, which was huge in the Mission Impossible soundtrack. It's a crazy record. It's a lot of great tracks. I just think that some of these tracks didn't age very well, and I would say probably Get Your Groove On didn't age very well, The One, but overall it's an amazing record. It's probably 80 to 90% of Limp Bizkit's set list during these days. I personally love it. I don't think it's Limp Bizkit's best record, because some of these songs had a bit of too mainstream aspect to it. They were too poppy in a way. If you see a song like Rollin', it's basically an hip-hop song with a rock beat, which is not bad at all, but I think Limp Bizkit was trying to replicate the success of Significant Other and went more mainstream with it. Nevertheless, not a bad record by any means. I still think that some of these songs are highly underrated. Hold On, for example, with Scott Weiland, rest in peace. That leaves us with one record, Significant Other, which I will place as the best Limp Bizkit record, S tier. For me, this is the perfect Limp Bizkit record. If you look at the set list, the intro is perfect, just like this. This record is perfect from front to back. Even the outro with Matt Pinfield, it's funny as hell, super funny. You have Les Claypool as well doing some crazy stuff by the end of the records. Some amazing collaborations here: Jonathan Davis, Scott Weiland, Method Man, Aaron Lewis, And then you have the classic hits. Break Stuff, probably one of the most appreciated fight songs of all time now. Then you go from break stuff to rearrange, it's like changing moods instantaneously. It's such a great record. It's the record that I believe, in my opinion, Limp Bizkit did the best, and it has some soft songs in it, rearranged, a lesson learned, no sex. It has some super heavy tracks on it. 1999, Trust. It has some emotional stuff. Nobody Like You, Don't Go Off Wondering, and it's basically such a diverse and such a fun record to listen to. It still holds up today. The production is amazing, and in my opinion, this is the best Limp Bizkit record of all time. So yeah, that's my opinion. What do you guys think? How would you make your own Limp Bizkit tier list? Let me know if it would be any different. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.